Lindsay, Ontario, the Master Bowlers Association presents the second annual Lindsay Open. Today we're going to see the stepladder finals. 6 bowlers competing from across the province. The first match, Ron Robbins of Welland against Ralph Eckhardt from St. Catharines. The winner will be going against Terry Noon from Mississauga. We're also going to see Tony DiRienzo from Downsview, Peter Skirney from Toronto, and Greg Pederitis, the leader in the tournament, 27-63. He won the tie-breaking match against Peter by 30 pins. $5,000 to the winner from Lindsay, Ontario, the Master Bowlers Association. The stepladder match play, 2 bowlers from the Niagara Peninsula. 6th place finisher Ron Robbins, 26-45 for his 10-game score. Ralph Eckhardt, 26-55. These are 10-game scores, and Ron Robbins is going to start first. He'll finish last. Gets a strike. This nice fall inside. This 1-8 side at Lindsay Bowlerama. Always friendly to the players. A lot of big scores, and certainly we saw a 4-16 game at the end, bowled on lane 15 and 16, but we saw some big scores here on this side. Ralph gets a chance here to bowl 2 frames in a row and carries it. Certainly a young player. Ralph just in his first year in the Master Bowlers Association, and second year actually. He cashed last year, played in Welland, Brunswick Rose Festival. He was gets a head pin and slows him down, and it's 2 frames here, and Robbins now able to work on that strike in the first frame. There's Ralph picking up the 3-pin, leaving the corner, giving him 23 in the first frame. And gets the 13. So with 36 through 2, now Ron Robbins comes up, and a chance to jump out to an early lead here. Ron with a big day today, 13-11, 13-34 yesterday. No, sir. Not going to move that much as both bowlers struggle a little bit. Looking at Robbins' games, 13-34 yesterday. All the games relatively close. 255 for his low game, 279 for his high one. Today spread them out a little bit more with 314. He's not going to like this one. Oh, he gets away with it. To get a spare. 30 in the first frame and a little bit of a lead. A spare and puts it on the side and gets a strike. 60 through the second. Ralph gets a chance to bowl 2 frames now, going frames 3 and 4. It's going to cross. Yeah, that's what he wants. Looking at Ralph. Stronger yesterday, actually. 1382 in his 5 games with a 328 game in there. Today, though, came out of the gate with 355 and then struggled along. 214, 201, 1273 altogether. And he carries that one. So that gets him back in the hunt here. 36 in the second and on a double. Breaks. Yes, sir. Just carried it. $400 the loser of this game. The winner's guaranteed at least $550. In the second annual Lindsay Open, it certainly proved to be a much more popular event. The 78 bowlers came this year. Last year, the first year of the event, 55 showed up, and certainly with a $5,000 first prize. Attracting the players, there was no trouble getting 78. Three women played in the event, 75 men and Certainly the ladies didn't make this list, but Brenda Heaney was the leading qualifier with Anna Swartzman and Mary Beard. No, Ralph's back in the ballgame. As Ron Robbins, sitting out 120 through 4, wants to pick up this head pin. And he gets it. 135 in the 5th. Now we go to Ralph Eckhardt working on a double. And Ralph, in a couple of years I spent in St. Catharines, Ralph was one of our senior bowlers at the old Latcham Lanes, now called Playmore. Well, the ball's moving on him a little bit. Wants a spare here, though. Spare will make it a pretty even game. Wants to give us some room on the left-hand side. And it holds the line for him. Gets a spare. 101 through the 4th. Working on a spare in the 5th. Supposed to 135. Nice close game here. $5,000 waiting. The largest first prize ever offered by the Master Bowlers Association awaits the winner. No, sir. A head pin in the 6th. So Ralph can pin these out, and Ron Robbins will find himself up one frame as he heads up for his 6th frame with already having 135. Both these bowlers showing you certainly don't need to throw the ball with blinding speed to get results, and certainly with average 265 here this weekend is certainly a fine display of talent by both these players. So there he is, 133 through the 6th. And now we come up with Ron Robbins. There you see it, 135 in the 5th. So he's probably got an open shot here. One frame ahead. Boy, turnabout is fair play. And boy, Ralph has a sigh of relief back here as he sees himself still in the game. Big 6th frame head pins. They want to pin both sides here. Ron Robbins, one of the fine bowlers from Welland, Bolorama Lanes. Gets them both. 150 through the 6th and a 17-pin lead. Here's Ron Robbins in frame number 7. They've been moving the ball left to right. And it's going to come down to the last shot here. He doesn't get it. He's going to go open through the 7th. And certainly give Ralph all kinds of chances here to move back in on this one. Picks it up 165 through the 7th. Now here's Ralph Eckhardt with frames 7 and 8. 2 marks here, spare to strike. A couple of strikes will just give him some breathing room here and put him in the driver's seat. Nice 3-step approach. He's going to cross over exactly where he wanted it. It's a backup ball that Ralph is throwing. Heads out on the left side, moves left to right across the lane, crosses over on this pair, crosses right over in front of the head pin. Ralph goes through this deliberate 1, 2, 3. And he's there. That's what he wanted, the big double. So it strikes through 7 and 8. Ralph Eckhardt takes a bit of an advantage, and now it's up to Ron to put some numbers on the board here, shooting the 8th and 9th frames. I say the loser's guaranteed $400. He's no. Another one, so that's a head pin in the 6th, an open in the 7th, another head pin here in the 8th. And there's still lots of time. Ron can pin these off and still bowl 270. Not going to like this one. Nope, through the hole. So he's dropping his counts down, and now his maximum's down to 265. So he certainly needs to get this frame over with, pick up 10. Moves it over a little bit. Now get a strike here. Get something to go on here. 175 through 8. The 9th frame here needs a mark to give himself a look at it in the 10th frame. Because what Ralph's looking at now is what Ron's maximum 265. Ralph 133 working on a double. Nope. Not to be. And now it's his maximum is a lot lower, and Ralph Eckhardt is certainly looking at a victory here and going to be prepared for game 2. Bowling against Terry Noon. Now he's through the hole here. The wheels are off with Ron Hitpins in 6, 8, 9. The counts aren't any good. Gets another 10, 185, a maximum of 230, and no, the winner is going to be Ralph Eckhardt. Terry Noon will be coming up, well, 26-86 in the 10 games. And while we're watching here as Ralph puts the finishing touches on this game. Just where he wanted it, and so he's going to build up the score. It gives us a chance to take a look at some of the other scoring here this weekend in Lindsay. Ralph Malcolm, also from Welland, at 26-35, and the best local shooter, Mike Wilson from Fenland Falls, 26-31. Just missed going on television. Gets another nice count. You might recall last year, Lindsay's own Larry Kavanaugh won this event and took home $3,000. And working with Sam White here in the local community, we're able to boost the first prize up to $5,000. Ralph picks up the corner pin, 251 through the 9th. Nice score here. After a slow start, 133 through the 6th. It was really all that hurt him. Head pins in the 2nd, head pins in the 6th, and pretty solid game. What's there? 269. Just on his average, 265 he averaged during the weekend, and adds 269 here in this first game. As always happens, now the strikes come when we certainly needed them a little earlier. Yeah, it just breaks across. Yep. And gets them all. Our first game is over. So we check the scoreboard. The winner, Ralph Eckhardt from Welland. Ron Robbins gets $400, and Ralph heads up the ladder looking for that first prize of $5.